Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The City of Greensboro is hosting the 7th annual Minority Enterprise Development Week, known as Med Week for short. Activities which are open to the public through online registration are taking place virtually on Tuesday, November 9th and Wednesday, November 10th. Participants will be provided an opportunity to network along with attending a full slate of informational presentations. The two-day celebration will include the annual MedWeek Awards, recognizing businesses in a variety of categories. The theme of this year's MedWeek is Bouncing Back Better, as a reference to recovering from the economic blow caused by COVID-19. The event has been renamed to the Piedmont Triad MedWeek. Local municipalities, universities, chambers of commerce, school systems, and other stakeholders are participating and committed to diversity and inclusion in the Piedmont Triad. The purpose of MedWeek, which is celebrated across the country, is to provide business development opportunities and to celebrate the accomplishments of minority and women-owned business enterprises during the past year. For more information, call Greensboro's Office of Equity and Inclusion at 336-373-7980. Of all home appliances, toilets use the most water. Toilets are also the most common cause of household leaks. Small, undetected leaks can quickly add up, and most leaks grow in size. A slow toilet leak can use up to 1,000 gallons of water in a single day. This is why the Water Resources Department suggests you check your toilets for leaks at least once a year. You can monitor water bills for unexplained increases, use water meters to detect household leaks, or take the toilet leak test. Drop 2 dye tablets or 10 drops of dark food coloring into the tank. If you do not flush the commode until the next morning and you see color in the toilet bowl, that means your toilet is leaking. Replacing older, high-flow toilets with a low-flow model and checking for and repairing leaks regularly are key to reducing your household's water use. Another tip from Water Resources is to avoid using tablet cleaners in the back of the toilet tank. The ingredients in these products quickly break down the guts of your toilet, increasing the odds of a leak. This year's One City, One Book celebration is well underway. This year, Greensboro readers voted, and the 2021 selection is There by Native American author Tommy Orange. For most readers, the depiction of modern-day Native Americans will be a stark departure from traditional stereotypes. A major highlight is the upcoming visit by Tommy Orange. He will conduct a free reading, and I'm looking forward to moderating a community dialogue of the book with Mr. Orange. This in-person experience with Tommy Orange will take place at 7 p.m. on Thursday, November 18th at the Terrace in the Greensboro Coliseum Complex located on West Gate City Boulevard. Orange's book is one of the New York Times 10 Best Books of the Year, a Pulitzer Prize finalist, and winner of the PEN/Hemingway Award. Celebrating Greensboro's rich literary heritage, the Greensboro Public Library, along with the Greensboro Public Library Foundation and a host of community partners, sponsor the One City, One Book community read every other year. The city developed a partnership with Cone Health to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
Coronavirus is in the community and we have to adjust to its presence, but it doesn't mean you can't live your lives. We just want you to be safe. A lot of people are beginning to go back out and do things, so let's talk about some ways to stay safe. When you're out in public, it's important that you always bring your mask. A helpful tip is to just go ahead and mark the outside of your mask with a marker. That way you can keep track of which side is outside and which side is inside. It's very important that you wear your mask the proper way. You take the loop of the mask, go ahead and put that behind your ear, making sure it's secure, and then tuck it under your chin and cover your nose. When you remove your mask, you do the same thing. You do the reverse. You're going to go ahead and take the loop off your ear, and then you're going to pull your mask down. Don't grab the front of the mask. Just go ahead and pull it off of your face. and then wash your hands. If you wear a cloth mask, wash it and dry it with high heat in the dryer. Don't just keep wearing the same mask over and over. Cough into your sleeve. Still practice good hand hygiene. Wash your hands every time you touch your mask. It's not 100% of a seal, but it decreases the risk of cross-contamination if someone talks or sneezes, and also prevents you from getting someone else sick. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. The proper technique is to make sure that you wash from the fingertips all the way to your wrist, allowing your hands to get in full contact with the soap, lathering completely and rinsing. Items like pens, doorknobs, keyboards, remote controls, we call those high contact surfaces. Bring your own pen, save yourself some time with having to decontaminate everything. Also clean off your steering wheel. Many of us eat in the car and we're rushing, so we eat our meal, touch the steering wheel, we touch our cell phones, and we can also contaminate ourselves that way. So wash your hands often and make sure that you are using your hand sanitizer when you're out and about. If you choose to wear gloves, they're single-use items, so you want to discard your gloves, not touching multiple surfaces because you'll contaminate everything. When out in public or with groups larger than 5 or 10 people, you always want to maintain social distancing. That means that you maintain about 6 feet between you and the next person when possible. It's also important to avoid crowded spaces when you can. Many places are beginning to limit how many people they let into stores, but you could do that on your own by just scanning the room and then waiting until the crowd passes. If you have symptoms of coronavirus, stay home, call one of the many clinics at Cone Health and you can do a virtual visit, and we'll talk with you about testing. Coronavirus is in our community, so as we adjust to this new normal, we want you to continue to live your lives. Just to remember to keep safe, keeping each other protected by following these tips.
If you're interested in the city's Human Rights Department, you'll want to browse through the annual report, and visual artists will have a new canvas to showcase their talents. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The city's Human Rights Department has published its fiscal year 2020-2021 annual report. It is now available online. The publication provides an introduction to the department's 2 new volunteer-led committees and an overview of programs and key initiatives the staff accomplished throughout the year. The mission of the Human Rights Department is to promote mutual understanding, respect, and fair treatment of all Greensboro residents without regard to race, color, national origin, religion, gender, age, disability, or familial status. Human rights staff support members of the Human Rights Commission and the Commission on the Status of Women. Additionally, staff in the Fair Housing Division investigates complaints of housing discrimination. To read the annual report for the Human Rights Department, please visit the city's website. Creative Greensboro, the city's Office for Arts and Culture, is introducing a new initiative designed to provide monetary and marketing support for local visual artists whose work will be displayed downtown. 10 artists will be selected for the Art on Downtown Kiosk program, each receiving a $500 honorarium and at least 10 weeks of their work displayed on digital kiosks in downtown Greensboro. 1 artist will be selected for the Art in City Hall program. This involves a $3,000 commission to create an original piece to be placed in the city's permanent collection and displayed at the Melvin Municipal Office Building. Applicants must be Greensboro-based artists with practice in painting, sculpture, drawing, ceramics, glass, photography, digital arts, or fiber arts. The deadline to apply is Friday, December 3rd. A selection committee will announce the selected artists by Friday, January 28th, and their work will be displayed 2 artists at a time throughout the year. The application and additional requirements are online. For more information about downtown arts, contact Karen Archia at 336-433-7362. Applications are being accepted for the Greensboro Police Citizens Academy. These sessions will take place next year from January 24th through April 13th. The deadline to apply is on November 26th. The goal of the Greensboro Police Citizens Academy is to give participants greater insight into the police department in order to form long-term partnerships to share responsibilities and resources to make Greensboro safe for all people. The class will meet every Wednesday evening of the month and one Monday evening for a demonstration activity. Participants will be masked and socially distanced. A small group will attend via Zoom. Those participating virtually will not be able to participate during in-person hands-on demonstrations. Program planning will adapt as COVID-19 guidelines change in our community. Public safety and the safety of our officers is a top priority. Academy participants learn from subject matter experts across the department and leave the program with a greater understanding of police responsibilities and a new sense of their role in partnering with GPD. For more program information or to register online, visit GPD's website for the Office of Community Engagement. If you're looking for a way to make a positive impact in the lives of our youth, look no farther. Coming up after the break, find out how one local nonprofit is spending the month of November making an impact. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. November is the time of year when we start focusing on giving thanks. One thing to be thankful for is the number of good things happening in our schools and how you can be part of making a difference. Joining me now to tell us about Impact November is Elizabeth Paul. She is the Vice President for Donor Impact with Say Yes Guilford. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome back.
Hey, Carla. Thanks for having me, as always.
Thank you for joining me. Always good to see you. So tell us about Impact November. What is it?
Happy to. Well, you know, most of us have heard of Giving Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Like that's become this national philanthropic holiday. It's the Tuesday following Thanksgiving, so you kind of hear about it all month. So at Say Yes Guilford, we thought, well, why just wait till one day? Why not make it a month-long celebration about giving and gratitude and philanthropy and ultimately impact, right?
Okay.
So for us, what that means is every Tuesday this month is going to be Giving Tuesday.
Wonderful.
So we're sending out special messaging, asking people to consider a gift, and then we wouldn't be doing our donors justice if we didn't spend some time thanking them as well. So on
Okay.
Thursdays, we're being sure to put out some messaging, just spreading some good cheer and some gratitude to the folks that really dig deep and support us throughout the year. And those are our Thankful Thursdays.
Okay, I'm loving it. So Tuesday, it's all that we can do as the community to push and promote and uplift Say Yes Guilford. And Thursday, you give back and say thank you.
You got it.
I
You
love
got
it. Now, other than those Tuesday, Thursday activities, what else will you be doing this month to uplift Impact November?
Well, you'll be seeing a lot of email messaging throughout the month, as well as obviously social. That's our main form of information nowadays. So we've got a lot of videos going out, scholar stories, just good news moments about the work that we're doing. We're also in the midst of working on our yearly annual report, and it's an impact report.
Okay.
So we really focus on the metrics and the numbers and the celebration of what we've been working on throughout the year. And it's really not just about us, it's about the people who support us and the students who are making the most of that impact with the dollars that we serve them with. So
Well, I know
exciting stuff.
It is, it really is. And the annual report will be impressive because Say Yes Guilford each day you are really building and pouring back into our young people. So I'm looking forward to seeing the annual report. Now, how can the community get involved? I know you want us to be part of the month on Tuesdays, but how overall can we support Say Yes Guilford?
Oh, of course, and thanks for asking that. Just receive this messaging. If you're not getting it, please, by all means, go to our website, www.sayyesguilford.org. Sign up to receive our newsletters so you're making sure to get the stuff. If you're on social, like us, follow us, and if you feel so inspired, please share. I think there are a lot of Guilford County students and families who maybe aren't getting our messaging, so the best way to spread what we can do for the entire community, not just what you can do for us, is by liking and sharing those messages and just engaging with us in any way you can. And also, giving.
Absolutely. And for people who might be new to the community, Say Yes Guilford is really focused on providing Guilford County Schools students with scholarships.
Scholarships really are just one of the many of our lineup of school support. So we have things going on at the elementary school level with HELPS tutoring, and that's reading, literacy, fluency tutoring. In the middle school space, we're doing a lot of career and technical education and exposure. And then in high school, we start to lead up to those scholarships with all of our resources, our FAFSA workshops, our financial counseling, all of our info sessions about those scholarships. So we really view scholarships as just being part of the continuum of services that we hope to provide in really a holistic way to our GCS students.
And speaking of which, this is the time of year when high school seniors should start applying to college, which means they will need a scholarship of some sort. So is your Say Yes scholarship registration open?
Oh, you bet. It opened October 1st and it will be open until June, but I encourage everyone thinking about it or in need of it, please get online and go ahead and enter that portal, get your information uploaded. And if you still have questions, just be sure to keep up with us on social or email so that you know when we're doing our information sessions. I can tell you we've got our next one coming up is going to be a FAFSA workshop. Okay. That is the federal student aid form that many of us are FAFSA, but we're here to help. Yes. That's going to be on November the 9th, and there's still spots. Registration is still open. So if you have questions or need help about that, please be sure to sign up because we want to help you.
Okay, and do take advantage of the help because it might sound like you can barrel through a FAFSA application, but it is lengthy. A lot of boxes to fill in, and you don't want to get not on the list of applicants because you missed a box or something small.
You got it.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth, and congratulations on all the great things happening. And I know Impact November is going to make another huge impact in the community. Come back and let us know other ways that we can help continue to say yes.
You got it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council has resumed meeting in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The public will be allowed in person, but in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can still participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Water Resources Department is using a phased approach to disconnect water service for customers who haven't paid their water bills. Accounts with a high balance and no record of payments or accounts not covered under a payment plan will be disconnected first. The city urges customers to pay any amount possible toward their monthly bill and to establish payment plans for the unpaid balance. Customers can take advantage of 2 payment options, such as an installment plan and a promise to pay plan. With an installment plan, payment of a past due account can be spread out over 6 months. A promise to pay plan applies to a short-term extension for 1 bill. Payment plans can be arranged by calling the city's contact center at 336-373-2489, weekdays from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Payments made online or by phone will not include a convenience fee. Financial assistance to pay water and sewer bills is available under the Federal Emergency Rental and Utilities Assistance Program. For more details, please visit Guilford County's website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, hear from our neighbors who boomeranged back to Greensboro.
My name is Dominic Amendum, and I'm a professor at UNCG. We moved to Greensboro because it was just the right time for our family to leave New York City, and it felt like the city was starting to beat us down, and we wanted to go somewhere where the quality of life could be better for our family. We love to take our kids to all the playgrounds and parks around Greensboro. We go to LeBauer Park downtown. We have a small playground right here in Sunset Hills. So we're constantly out and about and enjoying the good weather that North Carolina has to offer. One thing that makes Sunset Hills so amazing and exciting is our holiday tradition of lighted Christmas balls. Every old oak tree in our neighborhood is filled with these lighted Christmas ornaments, and this tradition is used as a fundraiser for local food banks.
I'm Swati Argade, and I'm a fashion designer and educator. We love Sunset Hills so much. It's a great community, a lot of like-minded people. Every day we're out walking around with our family and our dog, meeting our neighbors and enjoying the historic neighborhood that it is. One of the best things about being in Greensboro versus being in Brooklyn is that our 10-year-old daughter can just jump on her bike and spend hours outside, something that we weren't able to experience when we lived in the city. There are definitely some restaurants that we love to eat at. Bandito Bodega is one of our favorites. We're going to Undercurrents on Friday. But my favorite place to eat in town is at my mom's house.
Sunset Hills is the best neighborhood we could have moved to. The community here is amazing. We know all of our neighbors. It's just the most incredible community vibe that I could have ever imagined.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents, and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The city's Neighborhood Development Department's 2020-2021 annual report is now available online. The annual report summarizes the department's progress around affordable housing developments in the city, federal and local funds that were spent in the community, and pandemic relief efforts spearheaded by neighborhood development. Also featured are stories about how individual residents can make a difference in their community, the importance of homebuyer education and down payment assistance, and the positive impact the city's emergency rental assistance program has had on many of our residents. The Neighborhood Development Department serves as a catalyst for neighborhood revitalization and the development and implementation of affordable housing programs to improve the lives of Greensboro residents. Department staff focuses on creating vibrant, diverse neighborhoods through the delivery of two major service areas, housing services and code compliance. To read the annual report for the Neighborhood Development Department, please visit the city's website. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO Shout Out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO Shout Out. This week's shout out goes to NC Works for hosting a community resource event to raise awareness of the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The Harvest Festival took place at the Hayes-Taylor YMCA in partnership with sponsors Healthy Blue, Pinnacle Financial Partners, and Level Up Parenting. The Harvest Festival provided families with information about NC Works resources such as emergency assistance programs, employment leads, and training opportunities. Other key partners on site included the YMCA of Greensboro, Piedmont Sickle Cell Agency, Greensboro Housing Authority, United Way, Welfare Reform Liaison Project, Guilford County Government, Second Harvest Food Bank, and the Family Success Center. As the Delta variant continues to spread, please remember to wear your mask, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands often. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM and 100.7 FM. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro, and now GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.